be chilling tonight. I need to feel tonight, man. Hey, man, where my radio, man? Yeah, let's go. I need you to turn that up. Jamming tonight. Turn on the radio. You and I turn on the radio. Yeah.
Pull the way up like we in a club. Fly flashy, grown classy, so turn it up. Saturday mornings, no walk of shame, we fresh up. 950 lounge, that's my guilty pleasure. I don't miss my favorite show, I put everything on hold. Work the baby, even the babysitter know. When 950 come on, don't bother. I'm locked in 10 to 1, no problem. Turn on the radio. You and I turn on the radio. Yeah.
Good morning. We're back on the Ride 9 Lounge live Saturday morning. I guess to my left, I guess do my massive trolling of Instagram. I to run into this young lady here. And, obviously we spoke about some things. We had the great opportunity of bringing in her cousin a few weeks ago. The Cupcake Raven.
Cupcake Queen Raven.
Cupcake Queen
yes.
Raven. Thank you. Please
get the name
me.
right.
Exactly.
Get it right.
And it was last week.
Even Stokely Williams is like, wow, this is pretty good. So we actually wanted to bring her in, and I wanted to get you first before your cousin, because we beat you to the punch. But nevertheless, we got you here nevertheless and on the same show.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Nicole Glover, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Strong J. She's like, oh, thank you.
I'm happy to be here. They don't even know who you are.
With it, right? She's like, thank you.
Thank you. She put her hair back.
I'm more of the behind-the-scenes person. I'm not like, so.
So what you mean behind the scenes? What's behind the scenes?
Low-key, not really. Used to being in the spotlight.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just my personality.
You're a beautiful woman. You put great inspirational quotes online, so you know somebody's reading them. But why the? Is that just your personality?
I think it's my personality, and I believe that it takes all types to make the world go round. Mm-hmm. So everybody can't be.
Don't be afraid.
In the spotlight, you know what I'm saying? So I think that with my personality, the way I am, who I am, that's just who I am.
Well, I thank you again for coming here and taking this leap of faith and coming to the show. Tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm from New York, born and raised. I'm a premium auditor for York Risk Services, so for workers' comp insurance. And, just to make sure that the policies, the endorsements, the insured is properly receiving their credits, their premium is in alignment, and that they're classified properly. The businesses are classified properly. So that's what I do for a living.
What about for fun? What's fun to you?
Fun? Well, basically, I'm a homebody, so fun for me is traveling.
I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that.
What is wrong with being a homebody?
Listen, I troll Instagram too. No, I don't believe that. Look, no.
You like Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever you lay your weave is your home.
No.
I ain't weave. That's
real.
That's hot comb. That's hot comb. That's in the kitchen.
Dax.
No, but I really like to travel. I travel often. I spend a lot of time with my family. I only go out when it's like by invitation only. So it's like when I go out, it's like I party with the purpose, so I hang out with the purpose, so I network for a purpose. It's not just to go out to be seen, at this point in my life. So that's pretty much what I do for fun. I like to work out. I like to stay active.
But I have seen a lot of gym.
I have seen a lot of gym. Yes, that's what I was pushing for.
Then come across the type of person who's just a little shy, like, you see these angles?
Yeah, those gym room pics, I was like, oh, okay, that's what she does, huh? Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, besides what you see on Instagram, mainly I'm at home, so it's like, but I do, I gotta live, I have a life, so, so most of the time is traveling, as I said, working out.
Where's your next trip? Where's your next trip?
Well, I'm going to California. I have a sister who lives in California, so that's my next trip. But my next away trip, we're actually trying to plan something for our birthday.
Nice.
Either Paris or Brazil. That's where we're planning to go. So.
Paris in the
Paris is
springtime.
picking up the bill?
It's a milestone, a birthday.
Picking up the bill for your sister?
No, she's picking up her
Oh,
own.
damn, you got
When is
serious
your-
on
no,
that one.
When is yours? Because I'm trying to do a milestone trip next year. So
March.
Mine
March.
is too.
Yeah, March 17th. St.
Mine's the
Patrick's Day.
16th. Oh my God.
Lord,
This
and
interview
the
is
show just
over.
went down
Thank
and
you,
to the
Nicole, for
left.
coming on the show.
Whatever, because I'm actually booking that Paris
Oh,
trip.
boy.
So
Exactly.
Wow, you hang with Sapphire, you gonna be a whole new lady.
Oh, goodness.
Like, what's up, dog?
Yes, absolutely fabulous.
Gonna throw salt in
I
the
don't
game.
do dogs.
So what we brought you today, obviously, because we have a very popular question of the day segment presented by Splash Magazine. But I wanted to bring you in because even though we're doing 4 hours, I wanted to have you do this question of the day because I think, you bring another perspective, a more professional perspective. Not that the people we bring don't do that.
They don't.
Well,
I
you
say it. I say it. They don't.
Thank you for telling
But
me.
nevertheless, we're going to do question of the day. I don't know if you
I love
probably
them.
saw
Don't get me
this.
wrong. I love them, but
You did see it, so.
She was peeking.
Right. And today's question of the day number 1, we got 2 today for the special 4 hour, is traits attractive women look for in a man. Now, if you wasn't attractive, I couldn't have used this
Thank you
question.
for that
so-
compliment. I appreciate that.
in the window. So, what do you look for in a man? What's something that appeals to a professional woman like yourself?
The top 3 key elements that I look for when I'm dating or in a relationship is stability. I need someone who's going to be stable in my life because I'm a stable person. Someone who's consistent and someone who's loyal and committed and sees an end goal and works toward that end goal. So my top 3 would be consistency, stability, loyalty, in no particular order because I think that they're all on the same level. So those are the top 3 that I look for. Also, you have to be financially secure. Not that I'm looking for someone to take care of me. I take care of myself.
Kept woman.
But we have to grow and build together.
Your turn.
Or they
So-
gotta run faster than 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a dream.
yeah.
While we're on that topic, I'll go to the other one. The one you just high-fived. Sapphire, your thoughts on attractive women who look for, what do you look for in a
We
man?
need music.
No, you don't. So not your music.
You know, all those wonderful things that my sister Pisces said.
Jeez.
But he has to look good, nice body,
That too.
good teeth. Okay, I'm
gonna
tell you
start building
I'm gonna tell you
somebody.
the answers
Y'all
that we
better
say.
go to Build-A-Man or something
I'm gonna
like
tell
that.
you.
Like I
what
said,
I'm hearing.
I'm gonna tell you the answers that
It's a
we're
dream.
really
It's a
thinking, but we're
dream.
just not gonna tell you out loud.
Right.
Good teeth. Hygiene is so important. A lot of you men are financially stable and you have yuck mouths. I call you yuck mouths. So nice teeth. You
Right.
really have to have nice teeth. You work out. You're taking care of yourself. You're healthy. And if you're a family person, actually, I'm looking at the way that you are actually treating your parents or they're alive, or how you are with, your siblings and family when I'm in that environment, because that's so important to me. So those are my 3: just hygiene, how you are with your family shows me how compassionate you can be, and if you're staying healthy, because I want you to live for a long time.
It's one thing you ladies forgot to say. God-fearing. You don't want a God-fearing man?
Of course, God is like above everything.
Well, you need to say that.
I think that's
Wow.
automatic.
He's in a religious state of mind right now.
He's doing a band of church
Yes,
this
that's
week.
above all.
I would
God
figure the
fearing.
person
That's
that
zero God, no higher.
knows
No
how
comes above
to
that.
treat their family or understands the value of parents, knowing how
Heathens
humble
treat their
it.
families
I'm
good.
automatically assuming that's a person that has God
Okay.
in their heart and they understand.
All right.
So that's something that's automatic, because if you're doing anything less than that, then 9 times out of 10. I'm a Christian woman, so you're not saved or something like that. You're not connected, or you're missing that element.
I'm in agreement with
So,
Sapphire.
I think that's for
just met
us
Sapphire.
ladies. That's
I just connected,
but you don't
right?
even know because like we're similar. Look, physiques are.
So no, I don't. I mean, Sapphire. I don't even.
No, I'm sorry.
Yo, I don't look at that
I need a hole
So,
for that one.
Pisces, this is
Exactly.
with the same.
Mindsets.
Well, if you come out your cocoon now,
You know what?
she's stepping out the homebody.
You know what?
And I know what happened.
You know what? 2018, we may
Well,
be
it's
a new
polar
horizon.
opposites. It's like, you know,
Maybe y'all should do a show. 2018.
possibly.
She said, she said.
And let
That's why
rodeo
we want to
produce
work out for
it for the last 3
anything.
weeks. Let's move on to again the question of day number one.
Tum, tum, tum.
Well, now my computer freezes. The first question, and you guys mentioned, is looks. Looks. Let's acknowledge the homely elephant in the room right away. Just as men need to be physically attracted to women, we go out of our way for women need to be physically attracted to a man. Nicole, let me go to you first. I know you mentioned a little bit, but go a little bit more with looks. Is that a deal breaker when it comes to a new relationship?
I have to be attracted to you. You don't have to be a perfect 10. No one is perfect. And I don't have a particular type. So it's not like he has to look like this. He has to be this tall. He has to be this build. With me, it's more about how you treat me. But I do have to be physically attracted
Now, is
to
there
you.
that throughout your years, have you noticed that the guy you go for happens to be in that same mold? Like,
No.
Like, you know, some dudes, like, they
Varies.
just date, and they're like, I'm open, but every girl they date has a similar, so you're kind of over the board. So
Well, at different times in my life, I can see
where
looking
you at
back.
now?
Right now,
I'm in
right
between.
now, I'm actually not
between
looking.
right now.
I'm at the point in my life right now. It's like it's not even on my radar. If it happens, it happens.
Got it.
But there has to be a connection mentally. There has to be a connection deeper than the physical. But of course, I have to be
It's
connected.
safe to say
someone.
you don't want a gamma man.
No, I need an alpha male.
Oh, alpha.
Yes.
Oh.
What about you, Class? Let me buck the trend. Let me go to you later. Let me go to you now, Classic. Your thoughts on
Rucker Park?
So
looks when it
small,
comes to
thick,
women.
skinny,
Rock
all
the
available
park.
sizes.
I don't
One
know.
size fit
Hey,
all.
I'm all over the planet right now. So it don't matter. Like as long as you cool and we can hang out and have a good time, that's all I care
You
about.
can smoke a pack of cools, you know what I'm saying? You cool.
It's what he's
Nobody,
on one
nobody
size fit
smokes
all.
cigarettes around me. I don't do no cigarette smokers. That's the number one thing. You can't smoke cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
But you just have to be a decent, God-fearing woman. Be about your business. And we can
And
travel.
we're uptowns.
With some uptowns, with some sweatpants in the house, yes, no problem. And just, be fun. Let's not be all so tight. You gotta be just relaxed and enjoy life.
Backstage?
Yeah, looks. Yeah, I mean, the one thing I look lately, because I'm all over the place, but I like that natural look where you don't have to put tons of makeup and foundation on. I'm really not a big fan of that personally, because you don't want your sheets and stuff to get all messed up.
He don't want no evidence.
You know.
He don't want no evidence.
Hey, you worried
Wash
about
their
the
face
sheets
before they
getting
go to
messed up
bed.
from the makeup.
Hey, man, shoot,
Listen,
man. You know
the
how
sheets
much...
should get messed up, period.
No,
It doesn't matter. The makeup or the no makeup.
I do not want a face. I do not want a face
I
imprint
understand.
of makeup all over my
He don't want
skin.
no
Because it don't come out. Some of that stuff don't.
Yeah, they don't.
That's
I
evidence.
know.
So,
Most men
but no,
do
but I
say
want
that.
for her to be, basically all natural beauty. I mean, I don't mind what type of hairstyle she wears and everything else. As long as she's happy and she looks good, I'm good.
Rodeo, your thoughts on looks? What's important? Is that a deal breaker?
A couch.
Like obviously,
Let's, all right, let me be
I
your
thought you were
mouthpiece
gonna
for
say
a
a
minute.
home.
Can
you know,
I be
you
your
got
mouthpiece
home.
for a minute? She
Go
has
ahead,
to
dog.
accept the number 7. She got to be about 5'4" to 5'7",
250.
245 to
250.
300.
That's a type.
in that neighborhood.
Don't listen to these heathens.
250 and
Don't
better.
listen to
5'5" to 5'7", and she has to like a number 7 and have a comfy couch. Right or wrong?
And a 70-inch TV.
And a 70-inch TV.
Because I was like, Justin went up with his numbers?
And
No, that's his number. I was
my
speaking for
brother, this is my question. It's always important. Looks always are going to play a part in a relationship. Can't nobody say, oh, I'm only with her for the spiritual acknowledgement. No, looks play a part because when you go out into the world, you are going to see attractive people. You want to know when you coming home that, you coming home to somebody that, may not be the same person you saw on the street, but you was just an attractive.
Sapphire, does looks matter beyond you? Like, let's say you find a man appealing, he works for you, but then friends and family. So why you with this dude? Does that affect people's opinion of that man? Affect if you involved with him?
Maybe for other people it will affect. I don't think anybody around me will be stupid enough to tell me that somebody is not attracting to them that I may be seeing. The issue as a woman that I find is, and maybe other women, not just myself, is that looks is a deal breaker depending on the person's character and how you are around them. So let's say you don't necessarily fit my physical mold, you know, my build of what I would like to have in my bedroom. But you know what? We have a good time. Everything's good. There's still some good energy between us. I might overlook the belly part, you know, because I'm not for the huge bellies. But I'm being honest with you.
That's whack.
I like what I like. You can have a belly, but if you're like overly excessively big, things like that,
You don't want him to crush you.
No, I may not necessarily be physically attracted to you, but I like everything else that you have. It's just the truth. We find people that we get along with, they're great, their energy, movies, dinner, everything, but then you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to sleep with them though. And that's a bad thing. So I think those other elements kind of will change that play if you feel like you're physically attractive. If I feel like that though, I'm gonna cut it short most likely. Because at the end of the day, it's still about how you're gonna feel with that person when you're with them on an intimate level. And if I have to kind of draw that line and force myself, then it doesn't matter how sweet the person is, I'm not gonna indulge in that because then I'll be lying to myself. And I don't have time to waste.
True.
Okay, well,
So that means that would have been the end of a Rob Kardashian then.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't mind them being. They can have size. Don't get me wrong. I've dated big. They can have size, but you know what you like in a bed. As a man, you know what you want from a woman.
Yeah, it's
A
important to
woman
be
knows what they
attractive
like in a bed, and at the end of the day, that's the bottom line. Do you see yourself being intimate with this individual, or you don't? It doesn't matter how sweet you are, how nice you are, what you get along with. At the end of the day, do you want to lay down with this person? And those things go out the window, unfortunately.
okay, that's just a mouthful there.
I'm sorry.
No, it's true. You have to be attracted
You
to
gotta be
someone.
physically attracted to
But
somebody.
it can't be number one if they're treating you like crap. It has to be.
You good now? No, you good now. Look at you.
Yeah,
Look at you.
because I like the topic of discussion.
Oh, good.
You
I'm
know.
happy.
You gotta be great in the bedroom.
But let's go on to the next
you
question.
do.
Okay, ladies, you two have combined now.
Y'all just
to be
took the
one
whole.
voice.
Now it's too much for me.
Y'all just took the whole sentence. Y'all took the whole
I
sentiment
can't
of
hear
the
the two
question.
chicks now.
Okay, the next
question
is sense of humor. It's impressing a lady's humor, undeniably one of the most important traits a guy can possess. Do you think Judd Apatow, which is a comedian, landed a MILF like Leslie Mann with his bench pressing abilities? So his comedy and humor and personality can win a trait of a woman. Your thoughts, Nicole?
Definitely.
Nikki?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Humor is very important. You got to be able to laugh and make light of a situation, be comfortable with the person enough to actually joke about things, joke about your idiosyncrasies, joke about your day, make the person that you're with feel good if they're having a bad day. So I think that a sense of humor is very important.
When is sense of humor too much?
When it becomes sarcastic and it hurts feelings and you're using it as a defense mechanism to sort of like joke, but in the joke you're hurting someone and that seems to be the theme, then that's the problem because
Obnoxious.
Yes, when it becomes obnoxious and it's because it just is stemming from that person's insecurity and I don't like an insecure man, so.
Or joking about
Save the
death. I
chest.
hate when people
Don't
do
let
that.
no short man.
No, I don't.
Backstage, your woman being humorous. Like, would you date like a, like a Rose? No, I'm not Rose.
No, what the heck, huh?
A Rosita?
Would you date like an Adele Givens? Would you date a funny woman?
Yeah, I mean, you have to have some type of fun in your life and everything like that. I mean, to be able to laugh, joke with yourself and as with the person about certain things that you see going on in life. You got to have that little moment of happiness and breaks from the seriousness all the time.
Okay, Rodeo. Now
I could not date somebody like me. I have to date somebody totally opposite.
Boring.
I really feel opposites do attract.
Well, no, you need somebody with some excitement.
I could not date
Somebody that's
somebody
funny?
like me. I really feel that opposites do attract for
Okay.
some reason because you have your thing, I have my thing, and we combine it.
The balance.
Exactly. We can't like. I think once in a while we can like the same thing. We don't want to like the same thing every
So you
time.
would date a funny woman?
Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
No, I said I date the opposite of me. You said I'm gonna date a crazy woman? You know what I'm saying? That's what you trying to say? I'm gonna date a crazy woman?
You it's over your head. Sapphire, your
Everything is
thoughts on-
over my head here.
Opposites do attract, but it shouldn't be so much. You shouldn't be opposite on everything because then who are you going to share adventures with? Who are you going to really have fun with? If you're not
You
compatible,
can hang out with Nikki.
I don't mind having girls trips, but I don't do girl trips.
Hey.
Nah, so-
Hey, Rashad, give us some music. Hey.
I want you to be compatible with me. You know what I mean? I want you to enjoy the things that I enjoy. Because there's nothing like having a partner that's not interested in something that you're not interested in. And then you find that you're just doing a lot of things by yourself. Because then you're going to find someone that likes what you like. So opposites can attract. We don't have to like the same foods because I don't want you eating up my stuff. We can watch different TV programs and maybe you can enlighten me on some stuff. I'm good with that. We have to be compatible in our, our goals, our vibes, what we believe in, and things that we enjoy. So if you enjoy sports, I want to enjoy sports. If you want to have fun, I want to have fun. I don't want you to be a bookworm, and then when, I want to just do something spontaneous and have to pull your teeth. That relationship is good.
No, you have to be able to glean from each other,
Yeah.
like involve
So,
yourself with each other's
opposites-
life, but still like what you like.
Oh,
With a little
any of
bit of
you
style.
women, do y'all have men in your lives? Are you single still?
As long as I don't have a ring in this finger, I'm single, so it doesn't matter.
No, because
If
y'all
you-
had,
hold on,
no. I want to say,
Are you listening? Are you listening? I
am listening. I'm just saying.
She just said she's taking a break from all that. So you're
No,
not
but
listening.
she's a woman. She got a lot of.
Thank you,
You got
Kevin.
a lot of.
No, you gotta
inspiration.
take the wax out your ears. We're back on the Ride Down Lounge. I'm just having some fun with Nikki Nicole. But
She's a photographer.
She's coming out her cocoon now. A butterfly has a
Exactly.
I want the world to know.
and the brothers,
bringing it
and
up.
the BCW brothers having to go, you'll be walking out of here drunk. But that's a whole other story. We continue with our first question of the day, and we move on. And next, we're talking about attractive traits attractive women look for in a man. So it's the key, but obviously we flip it because it's this is a male Venus conversation. So the next one up is talent. Whether artistic or physical, talent's enough to tip a lady's interest from maybe to totally obsessed. Just look at Jay-Z. I think it's safe to say that Beyonce didn't marry her boo for money or his looks. Talent. But I didn't say that.
That's disrespectful.
I know.
Kind of disrespectful.
I'm just reading it.
to her.
They don't get mad at me. I'm
Wow.
just reading off Ask Men. Blame them.
Don't kill the messenger.
Don't kill the messenger. Thank you. Talent. The man has talent. Like
I think everyone has talent. It's just about spotlighting your talent, whether it be a performing art or just a trait or something that you have like an acumen for. Whether it be business, it can be, you how you are with your family. It can be like a singing trait. It can be anything. You just have to spotlight that and let that shine about you. So I think everyone is talented. I think talent is important. It's important to have that confidence to let your talent shine as a person. That's what I
So
think.
what type of talent you like in a man? What things he has to be talented in?
That's a good question.
That's why I
well,
asked
everyone
it.
is different. So
Well, give me some that Nikki, Auntie Nikki. Give
Is
me
this
something
a daytime
that
talent or this an evening
anything
talent?
that sparks her talent. I don't know.
I was about to say church in the, I was about to say something. You're gonna be
It's
quiet on this
nighttime
mic.
somewhere in the world, so I mean, listen.
I would say how you relate to people, that's a talent. Sometimes,
It's
you
a
have
very
to
big
know.
talent.
It's a very big talent. You got to know how to present, how to communicate, how to receive another person, because different scenarios bring out different qualities in a person, and you have to be able to I think that's a good talent to have. You got to be able to connect with that.
Let me go to your Bobsy twin, Sapphire. She looked up. We knew exactly what I was talking about. Once on my rodeo. Talent. That man has to be talented. Like he's got to be like a singer or.
These little side jokes, it's come 2018, it's about to be over.
I didn't say that. I'm reading the question. He got a subject with himself. I didn't say nothing.
I told you, bro. Go, continue.
Talent.
Is it wasted talent?
I chopped your hand off.
Right now.
Dig a whole
Be like
40
this,
with
look.
one. With
Come
without
on, girl.
going up his head.
Come on, girl. You know you like me.
He can be talented. You want to be a singer and an actor, all these things that I'm trying to do as well. You don't have to. The only talent I need you to do is if you can make me stop crying and turn my tears upside down, then we're all
You
for
cry
it.
a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait for it, because I always tell you the answers that chicks say, but y'all don't know. If you could just turn my tears that you caused
All of my
and lay
fears
it
and
down,
tears.
and lay it down, so I'm no longer angry at you by the end of the day. You got good talent.
Oh, man, that's a lot of talent.
You can make me
That's
no
a lot of
longer
work.
mad at you
That's a
anymore.
lot of work. That's a lot of work. That's a
You
lot of
can
work.
make me no longer mad at something you done, then that's a talent.
That's every day. That's on a Monday and a Tuesday.
That's a real talent. That females want. I'm telling you, yes, you want to be a basketball player, you want to be a DJ, you want to do. It's
No,
great.
it's
At
the
the end of the
connection.
day, a female wants you to make her not be mad at you no more.
Well, I'm
like
losing that
emoji.
battle. I'm losing
The
that
real
battle immensely.
And if you could do that, you good.
Okay.
Connections. Very important.
Talent. What talent does that woman have to have? That she's got to be able to jump off the doorknob? I mean, give me a talent that woman's got to have. That,
Pay rent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maintain her credit score.
860.
All right. Okay. So there's one is definitely have a good be able to communicate, which is good. Knowing how to cook, how to keep herself clean. Now,
How to keep herself.
damn right, that's a talent.
Wait a minute.
What are you dating?
That's a prerequisite. That's not a talent.
Some people don't.
I don't know what kind of dirty girls you dealing with. I need a
No,
talent to keep
Let
clean.
him explain.
Hold
Let
on.
him explain.
Please explain that.
Let
Some
him
people,
explain.
no, I'm talking about keep the house clean, keep everything else in that.
Oh, you meant her hygienic
no,
was
not her hygiene. No,
When
not
you
hygiene.
said keep her clean,
No,
She
keep
had a
herself
bird
place clean,
cage
yeah.
or
No, place clean. everything.
disease free.
But that's another talent. No, but as in anything else, knowing to be very acrobatic.
Ooh.
Thank you. In the bedroom. See?
But you want her to ride up the
I
pole
keep telling you,
and slide
always
back
go
down
to the
again?
bedroom.
No, hang on that ceiling fan.
Hang on that ceiling fan,
There
spin
you go.
around.
You better have Affleck. What about you, Classic? Your thoughts on talent? What talent she got to have? Hey, don't just give me sexual talent. Yeah, the woman got some talent. Like the woman's a great negotiator.
He's not looking
you know.
at none of that talent but that sexual. Tell the truth.
I'm 100% on that sexual talent. You gotta know what you're doing.
That's
Told
what
you.
it's all
That's
about.
all the time you
That's
guys
what
are
it's all
honest on
about.
this stage. Everybody want
It's
to get a
about-
proper
listen,
answer.
what it's all about.
This is gonna lay the pipe down good or not. If she's gonna satisfy you when you come home, she's annoying me all day. Oh my girl,
that's
this is what
more
you gotta do.
than
Oh my
that.
girl,
Like, if
she's
you-
annoying
that's
me.
your
Your
only
girl too.
talent. I don't
And
Why
it's
you so
true.
frustrated right
It's
now?
not,
Are you
because
all right?
it's the truth. And as soon as you go home, that same frustrating girls that y'all all say, y'all know y'all want to brag about her, to say, yo, Lisa knows
So let
my
me-
girl
let
come
me- let
home,
me ask
she
something.
satisfied me.
Hold on, some-
That's what you guys want, and we want it too.
If you know she lay it down well, but she's a head case, she spent all my money, she run my credit cards up. I don't want that.
Amen.
He's a fuck boy. Sorry.
That is
Excuse my
because-
French. Can I curse?
No, that's okay.
Yeah, you
At the
can
real
have that
Nicole,
talent.
come back.
Do not give her the
Nothing
right
else is done
talent.
right.
Meaning, if she's doing it and she's rocking your world, that means as soon as you come home,
Give her a cupcake.
the pillow is on the floor, all that stuff, right? But she's stressing you out. You just gotta reverse her energy. So as she's
Why
doing
need
all
her to
that,
reverse her
you
energy
gotta
in the kitchen?
subliminally
Very
talk
true.
to her.
Don't be coming home putting no pillows on
And
the
that's
floor and
the
no cooking,
talent.
no
And
stuff
that's
on the
the
stove.
talent. That's
You
what
sound
I'm
like
saying.
Ike Turner there, buddy.
The talent is changing her mentality.
Exactly.
If you can change her mentality while she's satisfying you, because that's at the end of the day. See, what you don't realize, she's putting her talent on you. She's giving you. She's
Well, no,
still at
if she
it,
ain't got no money,
but she's still
her
satisfying
talents
you.
are gonna go
But-
without worth, without seeing.
But she's still dealing with it.
The only thing
So
we gotta do
she's
for
doing her
Simone is
talent
not
with
make
you.
her cry no more.
Well, yeah, you ain't gotta work, you ain't gotta have no job.
All you gotta do with Simone is not
Don't
make her
make her
cry and
Don't
let
make
it
her
pipe.
cry.
As long as you cannot make her cry and you
Don't
let it
make her
pipe,
cry.
she
I got
happy.
my own money.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people in the penitentiary that
You can make her argue. You can make her argue. Don't make her cry.
So make her cry.
Let's move on. Let's
I have
move
a
on.
question
I got my
goes
own
left.
money.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Get a little heated now here. We're talking
man.
traits attractive women or men look for in a woman or man. Okay,
Besides
we're
sex.
talking. Question of the day, number one, presented by the Splash Mag. The next one is success. Every woman wants a winner. If a guy has a job and a place to live, it generally means that he is driven, hardworking, and responsible, all of which are ideal characteristics in a mate. This goes as far back as prehistoric times when cavemen wanted to be the best hunter in the pack. Let me start with you, Sapphire.
Strong J.
Success.
Sean J.
That important in a man.
Yes. Listen. A lot of y'all
Stay
are getting
listening.
away with these PS4 days.
getting away with
If it don't apply, let it fly. Mr. TV, reality TV. Sitting in front of
men make her
the
cry.
TV watching Love and Hip Hop ain't gonna do it either. Listen, PS4 days is out the box. This is what females are looking for. I'm about to tell you what it is.
You looking at her.
You gotta
fans
be
over
just
there.
as busy as your woman. Your woman has to be just as busy as you. The one person that's not as busy is the one that's gonna get on the person's nerve. So you have to be successful at something. Meaning, if you don't have a goal or a passion, you have to find one, or one's gonna be created for you. That's the bottom line. No one wants to be at home knowing that their partner is not doing anything all day, but just going to their regular 9 to 5. You have to have something else that you're doing with your life. I don't care what it is. Open a barbershop. Everybody's doing clothes. Come up with a slogan. Put it on the shirt.
work for
do
Girl
what you have
Ventures.
to do. Do something. Be successful at something other than your normal 9 to 5, and I guarantee you that your relationship will go somewhere because you're gonna inspire your mate, or your mate has to inspire you.
Nikki, your thoughts?
I agree.
Why am I not surprised?
I think no, success is important, but success is relative. And it depends. Different things, different partners look for different things as far as success goes. You know, like I work a 9 to 5, but I'm also successful in other areas of my life without trying to be, and well, I do own my own business. I shouldn't say that
Well, what
because
do you
everything
own?
goes through my business.
Well,
Well, I'm a 1099 employee, so everything is subcontracted through my business.
Yes.
So I get like business credit, so I have that.
Nice. I like this girl.
So I have that. So everything is coming through me.
Successful. We rubbing the law here. We rubbing the law.
That's not from the light
Thank
either.
you, thank you.
Sanjay.
But success, like, as I was saying,
Yes, you-
success
Continue.
it's sort of relative. What one person considers successful, someone else may consider successful. You know, like someone could be a successful mother. I'm not a parent. I don't have any children yet. But some people can be successful as the CEO of their household. Some people, whereas they balance out their partner who's like a captain of industry. You know, and then you have those couples like a Jay-Z or Beyonce who are both captains of industry. It just depends on what you're looking for in a mate as far as what you consider successful. Everything is relative.
Now, that's a positive. Also, be a negative. Because sometimes y'all could actually start competing against each other.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
But that's good.
But if you're,
Good competition in the household is
Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong.
good competition in the household is always
yeah,
good.
No such
It
thing.
shouldn't be it
No
shouldn't be
such thing.
competition. It should be that you're building
Balance.
each other up. And I think that you should, if you're in the different industries, then it's different because you bring something to the table. If you're both in the same industry, then I think that it can cause a lot of
No
conflict
such thing.
with bringing.
I always
As
say
good, as good
Right.
competition with your mate.
four-legged animals run
No
faster than
competition
two.
with
No
your mate.
competition.
No. You
Four-legged
should be
animals run
building and
faster than
growing.
two.
I
So
agree.
we're doing if I'm running in one lane, you run another, but yet we complement each other because those are both successful wins in our respective fields. It only makes us a stronger couple.
I agree.
I can't be with a woman that I'm doing ABC and she going sitting in a dark room waiting for me to eat because you ain't come home yet. I've been waiting to eat dinner with you. Well, you should have had dinner if
Should
you're
have ate
hungry.
already.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just saying, I'm using that as
Keep
an
busy.
analogy. But the reality
Oh,
is
you could have
that-
paid Con Edison.
Well,
Get a hobby.
But I'm gonna tell you what else is something successful. When you and your mate can grow together.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You and your mate grow together. So if your goal is, okay, well, listen, babe, I'm tired of paying rent, you're tired of paying rent, but us trying to live together in an apartment won't do. So, okay, our common goal now is we're going to go get a house.
You know what? We need.
Or we're going to own something. So that's just as successful. You with your mate trying to both, go to the next level together.
We could have asked,
Exactly.
what would Raul say?
well, that's next.
But that's next. Stop jumping
I
out the
know.
turn.
Don't jump the gun.
I'm not going to joke.
You want to take a nap before your performance now?
Nah, somewhere.
Okay, I don't know. Next up is intelligence. A lot of us don't have here. Intelligence is super important, not only because it influences a person's ability to succeed in the world, but because any lady with depth wants to be able to have a meaningful conversation with her guy. Nikki, your
Very
thoughts
true.
on intelligence?
Very true, but a lot of people are limited to academic intelligence, which annoys me to the fullest because it's like there's so many different layers. Thank you. There's so many different layers. There's so many different ways that a person could be intelligent. Street smart, business wise, how you communicate with people just as on a social level. And I think that all of that wrapped in together is intelligent to me. How? Because then it shows me how you think, how you move, how you can maneuver, how you can navigate, how we can grow, how I can learn from you, how we can learn from each other.
Good.
So,
Let me go to my man
that's
Classic.
intelligence
Now,
to
the
me.
great Biggie Smalls once said, I like him brainless. Does that apply to you when it comes to women?
Yes.
Seeing as how I don't got to answer the question, thank you. You can move on now. Yes. I don't have to answer the question.
No, this is the question.
Yes. I like them brainless. Absolutely brainless.
Do you
Like the sunshine.
do you agree with that? Back
No.
then? Okay, your
No,
thoughts.
no. I want them to have, I mean, the biggest thing I want them to have
gotta
is some
have
type of
brains, alright.
common sense. Because, I mean, if you don't have common sense, I don't care how much intelligence you have. If you can't use it properly, it's going to
But
drive me
some men
crazy.
say that. A lot of men say that, but when it's unfortunate that we have a lot of men when a woman becomes more successful than them or makes more money than them because of her intelligence, then it has a
That's
detriment on the
That's
relationship.
an insecure man.
Yes, I can be steady.
That's an insecure man.
I can be a cabana boy with no problem.
Speaking of
I
cabana
have
boy,
no problem with that. Regular.
It depends on what you see the woman as. If you just see her as I just see when I see you, you could care less what she is. But if you see
100%.
her as somebody as a status that you think you can grow and build, then yeah, you want somebody that
So you're
has
talking
their
about somebody
own
as an
mind
equal.
and everything.
I agree with him.
But I don't
100%.
So let me
care
ask
nothing
you a
about you. I
question.
can care less
So
what
So
you
is it
think.
wrong to build with somebody because you see them as a status where they can help you? Is that wrong?
I mean, you should build with somebody that you see that you both can build and grow together, like we said before. It
Yeah, as an
doesn't make
equal.
sense to you trying to build off of somebody else. And I mean, some people do. They build off of somebody else so that they can get themselves up.
What's wrong
But
with
what
that?
do you? The question is, are you really with them to be with them, or are you just with them
Hold on.
so you trying to build yourself up, make yourself a name, and then dead them and move on because now you've used their popularity or their what's the question? Success.
Success.
Yeah,
to-
your
to-
credit score is at 300 and hers is
But-
at 850, and I want to be with Shorty because Shorty has A, B, and C,
Shorty.
and she woman whatever, and she can help me get myself up. What's wrong with that? We do that every
I'm
day.
gonna put something to you like old school. A lot of years ago, people would go out, like women wanted to go with a man that was successful. Now when men turn the tables when a woman that's successful, it seems that it's a problem.
It's not a problem.
Yes, it is.
Aim
It's
high,
not
young
a
brother.
problem.
It's not a problem.
Aim high.
Years ago, women
not
wanted
your
a
aim
man,
high,
but now
just as much
men
as
want
a lady.
women that have a certain stat, a certain certain style and lifestyle. And I don't think there's
the
nothing
reality
wrong
is
with
this, and
that.
I want to ask the ladies in the room, and I'll start with you, Nikki. Let's say that okay, you right now you're a successful woman, mature professional woman. Let's say you find an appeal, he keeps you from crying, and he handles himself, behind closed doors. But he has a paper route, and he's over 40.
No.
But he dries your tears, and he helps you out. Why?
No. It's a non-negotiable for me.
I got
We
paper
have to
route.
be able to build together. And I mean, I like the fact that you help me emotionally, that you're there for me. We can be
Goodbar.
friends.
Right.
We can definitely be friends, and I will motivate you as a friend to help you get to where I see your potential to be. Not saying that you have to be there, but you have to aim higher than I'm just a paper route boy and I'm happy doing this. No, I'll be your friend and I'll encourage you and I'll push you and I'll be there for you. But
Yeah, you
as
gonna
far as
push me.
dating, I
You
can't
see-
date
you
you
gonna
at
push
no.
me.
You see, folks, that's just the way how you just put yourself in the friend zone. So just remember that.
Yeah.
Why not
goals.
having a good
Goals.
job?
See,
No, not
goals.
have no goals or motivation to
But see,
move
that's-
up.
Motivation.
You just kind of answered my question.
What he say? He was a
you
rapper.
You looking for a man that has stable
He has goals and motivation. He's aspiring to be a rapper.
I think
Okay.
it depends.
He just answered my question.
But if you're just doing a paper route, are you trying to own the paper?
yeah, yeah.
Are you trying
I
to?
think-
Like,
I
what are you
think-
Trying to
doing?
own the paper.
I think
Yeah,
it
not the
depends
paper,
on
but the
where
news
you are at
Yeah.
in life. Okay?
Think of the word.
Where you are at in life. I don't expect an executive of a company to deal with the woman that's working in Toys R Us for the holidays
Why
as a
not?
part-time. Let me finish. As a part-time job,
Harvey Weinstein.
and she does something else. Why artists deal with artists? Why this actor deals with actor? Because when you get on a certain level now, you want to have somebody that's going to be similar to that level or above. If I'm at the level where I'm working at a Toys R Us or I'm working at Macy's or a cosmetic store, whatever, I'm making a hard, decent earning living for my family or my kids, I may want to aspire to get that lawyer or whatever, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to get someone that's similar in that financial area because you're looking to grow. Why? Now, if I'm dating somebody below, then the questions come in, well, are they with me just for my money? Are they with me just because I have this? Are they with me because
But
just
you
because I
said in
have
the
that?
beginning that as long as he dry your tears and make you feel
No,
good.
what I said was, what you asked me for, and you said what a talent. A talent is knowing how to make turn somebody's bad day good, no matter what it is. Whether you made them upset, work, or whatever the case may be. If you can't turn your partner around, if you can't uplift your partner, it makes no sense. It has nothing to do with what you're still looking for overall. That's a fraction of the picture.
See, with that situation,
if I'm up here, I need you to be up here.
All right, so
I'm not negating the paper route guy.
Hold on, some
It's just not going to be an even match.
But see, the situation I have with that is that I may not want to date somebody that's in the same industry with me. Because sometimes if you notice, a lot of those same industry situations don't work out. It can be a lot of either competition or headaches or even sometimes jealousy or what's going on, or you might not see each other that much. Sometimes you may want somebody that's maybe a little lower that you can grow with and then build up and then just work out, because you never know how love or anything is going to happen.
If I'm making $125,000 and you're making $30,000, it's not going to add up.
How do you know
why?
that?
Let me tell you why. For me, it's not going to add up. Because when I'm ready to move, when I'm ready to do something spontaneous, and everything is I'm pinching right now, I'm being understandable, but it's frustrating. The partner is not going to tell you it's frustrating because they want to keep doing things. It's nothing wrong with that. It's not negating the hard person that's making that, but when it's time to rock and roll, you're going to say, "Oh, I wish my partner made a little bit more." It's going to be strenuous on your
will
relationship.
you motivate that person?
That's why when people in the industry, if they're coming in with the person they've already dated, as they make the roles to fame, they're staying with that person, and then 9 times out of 10, they're finding somebody similar because people are losing patience.
Well, that's why people
with
lead
the
with
other
money.
person that's
That's why they
trying
lead
to
with
catch
money.
up.
That's why they lead with money. So when women say, "Well, he's flashing his money," it's that reason that, well, I gotta start with the cake, because if I can have everything else, but if I don't have that paper, then it's all irrelevant.
People are looking
Y'all
for
just
security.
answered my question. I said
People are looking for
15 minutes
security.
ago.
Right.
So it's either we're going to be on the same level or we're going to grow, or 9 times out of 10, I can't be mad if somebody's up here and they're looking for someone up here, because it gets a little frustrating. It's not taken away from the class of person that is in. Just people just want to just smooth a little easier. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you feel that way, then step your game up.
Let's move on, because we'll be here to 3 o'clock.
We got time still?
No, we don't have time. No, let's move on. The next one up, it's the last one, is social ability. Can you walk into any party and effortlessly charm the pants off anyone in the room? Yes or no? A woman wants to know if she can introduce you to her pals without having to worry about you could be potentially a creep to them, or be boring, or have no personality whatsoever. Social ability.
That is very important to me because I'm low key
Jump
and I
right
like
on
to play
in.
the background. So I love a partner
Just want to rub your
that.
man back.
Yes, and I
Woo,
love that.
woo,
That
woo.
turns me on. Someone who can just light up a room and just like has that magnetic personality.
Better not hang with me, girl.
Oh.
No.
Yeah,
I love
you
that
got,
because I like to
Go,
be low
baby,
key.
go.
you got a gleam in your eyes. You just light up
You
the
want
room.
men to shine.
Backstage, Ed, your thoughts on your women being very sociable out in public. Could a woman be too social in public for you?
Hell yeah.
Too sociable? Depends. It really depends. But as in from the first part that you was talking about, no, I don't mind her being sociable, because if I bring her around people that I'm cool with and everything else like that, or bring her to a social event, I want her to be able to handle herself if I got to go someplace else to talk to other people. I don't want her to be hanging on me every minute. Because if you're hanging on every minute, then I'm not going to feel comfortable leaving you by yourself. I'm going to be sitting there like, damn, why did I bring her with me? So I want her to be able to handle herself at the same time.
Classic, your thoughts. Now, you're somebody who is very sociable. That's one of your strong points. I know you for a long time. Do you want your woman to have that same strength?
So
She can go on her own and be at the bar, and all the male bartenders will know, oh, that's such and such.
But see, she could be sociable with respect. That's the difference. As long as you're sociable with respect, and you know where the line is, you know where the limit is.
Right. Go ahead, you go.
Whose phone? That's you, baby?
I don't know. Just go.
So you just have to have the respect. As long as you got the respect, that's all that matters.
What about you, Rodeo? Now, again, you're a comedian. You're somebody who swipe it, who believes in comedy. So, what's your thoughts on sociability, community?
It's important, but I feel that's the difference between being sometimes you can overdo it being sociable, because it's a difference sometimes being sociable and being flirtatious. Because I think sometimes go hand in hand, but a person would say, well, I'm just trying to, trying to get people to, get to be comfortable around me. So I mean, I have no problems, anybody wanted to not go out, with my girl. I don't have a problem with her socializing. I want her to have her own voice.
Even without you?
Yeah, a woman, everybody should have their own voice.
Okay.
I mean, nobody
So
should be
you're not-
able.
you're
Nobody
not-
should be able to talk for you. I think at the end of the day, you
You
only
talk for
want.
backstage
Yeah,
all the
she
time.
always. Right?
Well, I
talk
talk
for me
because,
too.
Because Ed sometimes has a freeze, and I know what I'm saying.
It's
I
no-
just
no,
wanted to
Ed don't
go
have a
past-
freeze.
Simone
No.
fights his battles at bars. You talk for me.
right.
I mean,
I like
Simone
all you
fights-
guys
No,
got it.
Simone cries. that's a whole different thing.
Let's wrap it up.
I'm
Wait,
Sal.
wait, wait.
when I'm angry.
You.
Monique
What about
You got to answer the question.
What's the question?
The question that you
I'm the
just made.
moderator.
No. Answer the question that
He
you just
never
made.
answers.
Sociability?
You know
Yes.
he has to be very specific.
I think it's
You
important
go
that
home.
again. I think it's very important that somebody can be able to balance rooms. Like I can be in a shirt and tie, a suit on a Tuesday evening. I need that woman to be balanceable, to be able to be sociable in that professional setting. And I also need maybe on a weekend, on a Saturday, when I'm wearing jeans and in a sweatshirt, I need that woman to be sociable in that form. If I take her to church where my mother's at, I need her to be sociable in that form. So I need that woman to be sociable as a chameleon of sociability, not just somebody who's just all the way social, like they turned up the same way every place, because there are balances. You don't wear a suit to a Saturday afternoon barbecue, but there are people who do not have a balance. What Nikki was talking about with coming with like book education to street education. So, or book smarts to street smarts. So yes, they have to have that, but they have to have it in doses that fit the room. Is that good enough for you?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay. And
That's
with
like a
that
buffet.
being
Wait, I'm gonna say
said,
this though. Wait, one thing though.
we gotta wrap this segment up, Simone.
Everybody's waiting for this answer. It's nothing like watching your man in the room when you sit back and you watch him be fly. I'm sorry.
Well, don't let him
It
be
is
too
nothing
fly.
like-
Yeah, because he too
He'll be
fly. He
wrong
won't
with
be a
something
man no
else.
more. He be running out the door quick, fast, and in a
That's
hurry
the
with
most
something else.
sexiest thing that a man can
Where
ever
did
do.
Tyrone go?
No, listen, no, I'm telling you, men always want their chicks to shine. They want to see their girl get the attention due, seeing who like. But I'm telling you, men, it's nothing like having a woman sit back at the bar in the corner and watching ladies like, yo, he's fine. I'm telling you, that's awesome
role
man when you
playing.
go home.
Thank you.
Smell
We
good,
gotta-
look good. Your woman wants to watch
Sapphire. Maybe she won't answer the other name. Sapphire. We got to end the segment. We thank you so much, Nikki. It's been fun.
Thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Oh,
I had so much fun with everyone.
Yeah, on our time.
Yo, can I get it in the morning? Every Saturday I be up, no yawning. 950 lounge on Swift.